Hi geeks, welcome to Geek Adda. The opening shot of Emma starts with crackling sounds of something burning in the background of a blank screen. Slowly the shot appears and we see a traffic light bursting in flames and smoke with the backdrop of a vibrant yet gloomy street. The shot has a hit of different colors and almost has a dreamlike feel to it. As the beautiful music plays, the camera zooms out on Emma carrying a flamethrower and just walking in solitude. No words are spoken, yet the scene talks to you and almost sucks you in a different world. I take opening shots of movies very seriously as it sets the tone of the movie for me, and this shot told me that this movie is going to be special. Emma is a Spanish language drama film from Chile, directed by the visionary director Pablo Larraín, based on a screenplay by Guillermo Calderon and Alejandro Moreno. It stars Mariana Di Girolamo as the titular character along with actors like Christian Suarez, Gael Garcia Bernal, Paolo Giannini and Santiago Cabrera. I know I murdered those names, I sincerely apologize for it. I had no information about this movie and it was recommended to me by one of my friends, so I had no idea about what to expect going in, but I was just mind blown by the time I came out. Emma tells the story of this woman in a crumbling relationship with her husband as they face the aftermath of returning their adopted son back because it turned too problematic for them. It is the character study of Emma as she fights her way through her problems and formulates a divergent, almost unthinkable plan to get what she wants. It's a story of love and hate and passion. It's also a story of families, the one we are born into and the one we make for ourselves. Beauty of Emma lies in its brilliant direction by Larraín. Every shot in the movie is as near to perfection as possible. Larraín with his cinematographer Sergio Armstrong presents a masterclass of filmmaking in this movie. There are countless scenes where there are no dialogues, no big movements. Sometimes it's Emma staring at the camera on the backseat of a bus. Sometimes it's her and her son staring at each other in a cab. Sometimes it's the close-up of someone's face with hate in their eyes. These scenes are not just seen, they are felt by you. I found myself hypnotized and hooked to the screen by the sheer beauty of the visual storytelling. One thing that stood out for me was the use of colors in the shots. It's subtle and vibrant and it brings out the best in every frame. Through Emma, we explore splendid parts of the city as she explores them, along with exploring her inner self. The brilliant work in direction is elevated to even greater heights by the music given by Nicolas Jarre. It's powerful enough to evoke emotions in the viewers on its own. Music and dance are important elements of this movie. Larraín and Jarre uses reggaeton music in their scenes as the music genre is currently ruling the Chilean music atmosphere, and they make full use of it. In the movie, Emma is a dancer and she works in the dance group headed and choreographed by her husband Gaston. The beginning scenes of the movie cuts back and forth to a traditional dance performance of the group as they dance to a traditional tune choreographed by a somewhat traditional thinker Gaston. These dance scenes are spread across the scenes of Emma facing problems, sorrow and dejection, so her movements in the dance are controlled, subdued and unsure. Later on in the movie, there is another dance scene in which Emma and her friends dance with somewhat wild and carefree movements. This scene happens in a time where Emma is in control of her decisions, her heart and her life. Rightfully so, the music in the scene is modern and relevant to current times. The choice of music and dance is repulsive to Gaston, but Emma doesn't care as she is free from others' opinions and determined in her ways. This metaphorical use of dance and music I found quite fascinating. The moves and body movements of these characters are a spectacle to watch, but it's so much more than just a spectacle. Emma is played flawlessly by Mariana Di Girolamo. I was surprised when I found out that this is her debut movie. She very effortlessly brings this troubled, broken, relentless woman to life, and the character stays with you long after the movie has ended. She uses her entire body to bring forth this fabulous display of acting. Gael Garcia Bernal, who plays her husband Gaston, was also just brilliant. There are close-up of their faces in scenes in which you feel the hatred, the longing, the sorrow in their eyes, in their expressions, and it was just brilliant. They play this troubled couple that have this toxic relationship. They have a large age gap of 12 years, so their way of seeing things is very different. They are in love but also can't have a conversation without hurting each other. They blame each other for their pain, their trauma, but deep down they are more disappointed in themselves. Emma longs for love, for family, for happiness, and this longing burns her from inside. And when she sets herself free from the chains of her mind, she goes in this shocking journey to get what she wants. In her pursuit, she is held by her friends who share the same worldview as her and are as carefree as she is. Emma uses methods that may sound hideous to society but are right in her mind. She unapologetically and without a hint of remorse manipulates her way through different people and scenarios to achieve her goals. As a viewer, you may find her plan repulsive at times, but still you know where it's coming from. Her journey is filled with sensuality and how she uses it to get in others' skin. Lorraine uses sex and lust as a pivotal tool in the movie. The character of Emma is like the sun, capable of burning you if you try to come too close, but still most essential for your living being. First she burns within herself, but then she uses her fire to destroy obstacles and find her own answers. The burning is not just metaphorical, as she literally uses a flamethrower, first as a need for her plan, but later just to create chaos. But this chaos gives way to her own clarity. The plot moves forward with less dialogues and more visuals. This may present a problem for many people as it may seem too artsy at times. I am sure some people will outright find it boring. The plot also seems a bit far-fetched at times and have some holes that appear if you look closely at it. When I found myself hooked to the movie, I found it wasn't the story that kept me hooked, it was the way it was presented. One problem I personally had with the movie is that I found it quite difficult to connect with the story and the characters. The culture is so different, so rebellious that it's hard to identify for someone who is not from the same school of thoughts. But it's not a deal breaker in any way, as the experience that the filmmaker takes you on is still felt enormously as a viewer. Emma the movie, just like the character, pushes the envelopes to extremes and achieves something brilliant, something difficult to put in words. I have never ever seen a movie like this, and I just can't wait to explore and analyze it more. I am going with 5 out of 6 for Emma. It's a movie that needs to be experienced by every movie lover. With its unorthodox and unique way of storytelling, it will make you fall in love with the art of cinema all over again. It's available on Mubi if you want to give it a watch. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and support the channel. We will keep bringing content like this in the future. Let me know in the comments about your views on the movie, or let me know if you want me to review any other stuff. If you like the video, please hit that like button. It will help me a lot. So that was it for today. Take care, and I will see you next time. Bye.